Oh, what is going on the internet? I am sitting here with my good friend Ian Cowell. Ian, how are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing wonderful, posh Josh. Not as posh as you are, but maybe a little more Josh.
What? Wow,
We're
we're
off
off
to
to
a great start.
you took the words right out of my mouth. God. Yeah. Folks, hello everybody, all the newcomers, welcome to bonus stage. We are here to honor the great Ian Cowell, whose throne is beholden before his own name, uh, signifying that he is not more Josh than I, but he is more Ian than anyone, not to be confused with any other of the Ians in the VGM scene or ENs in the VGM scene as well.
Yeah, no. We are each our own lords of our own parts of the kingdom, and we share little bits of responsibility here and there. Except En, he does not. And if he's watching right now, hello, Evan.
Yeah, yeah. Did you catch my past tense, bro? Yeah. Anyways, we're here because the great Ian Cowell, I'll also sometimes referred to as Ion Cowell. Uh, he's got a new album out that I'm sure you've all heard already, because it's out on Bandcamp now. And Ian, what the hell is this album? Why don't you tell us about it?
Dude, for everyone streaming on Yandex, Napster, Kazaa, all the services, and Bandcamp, of course,
Mm.
Spotify, all the big ones. It's Exceptional Goblins. It's 12 extremely exceptional, above average, as Brian Stewart mentioned, tracks of VGM rearrangements. Some are some deep cuts. Going deep. That's why Shovel Knight. Shovel. There's no Shovel Knight on the record, but it's a deep. There it is. Deep cuts.
Yeah,
Steak knife
yeah.
and then some stuff that people know but might not know in the style they're being done. You know, little different spice on your David Weiss, if you know what I'm talking about.
Whoa, wow. David Weiss.
I
Uh,
trapped you all. This was my long con for you to hear my rambles for how much time we got? 4.5 hours.
oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I hope that you all have your lighters handy, because we're going to need to expand our attention span. Yeah, dude, you've had a lot of collaborators on this album, and I know you've been doing like your own like kind of independent thing for a while. Tell us a little bit about how you kind of like handpicked your collaborators for Exceptional Goblins.
Well, I gotta say, you got two collaborators aren't just collaborators here. They're bandmates. Birthday. All of Birthday is here tonight. We got Delicious Nick. We have Ronan Op F. I'm looking to the chat. There's a delay. I'm seeing myself point down. Now you're going to see me reenact it again while I look over. But we're all here. Birthday the band. We got Joe Newman, sax god extraordinaire. We have Donnie Dixon. He's not here. He's not answering my texts. I hope he's watching and sweating right now.
Yeah.
We have Eric WK, who has a good friend in from another part of the world, so couldn't be here with us tonight. He's busy probably recording like 30 drum tracks for different VGM bands and trying on all his hot shorts or whatever he's got going on.
Yeah.
Lots of collaborators. And then, of course, everyone in the community helped collaborate by inspiring me to do this. And want a big shout out to the Shiz, the entire Shizzy community for making this happen and making tonight a Shiz Fest. And I don't believe I fully answered your question, but there's some cool people on this record, as everyone's going to hear tonight, who do some real cool stuff. And I think kind of carry a lot of the momentum of it. And that goes from people who recorded to gave feedback all the way up to the album art.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of the album art, shit, I didn't prep this, but I'm just gonna drag it in here anyways. Oh my God,
Hell yeah.
look at this beautiful, beautiful psychedelic album art. There's a lot of stuff that I recognize and some things that I don't hear. Do you want to digest this album art with us a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah. So we got down here in the front is Skeleton Dude, and he might be from like a Dark Souls or an Elder Ring. No, I'm just kidding. That's that is, oh my god, why am I forgetting? Matador from fucking Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne was
Wow.
recently re-released on the Switch and the PS4. And fun fact about the game, I sampled that for the song. We could also talk about this when we get to track 4.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm still stuck at that boss. And for the second time I've played that game, it's very hard. So, he's now immortalized in the album cover.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
We got the fuzzies From Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy.
That's what that was. I was like, what the hell is that little white guy down at the bottom there?
Notice that any Nintendo characters are not very obvious Nintendo characters.
Oh.
No one in the chat let Nintendo know about
Yeah.
this, okay?
Yeah.
Sega's cool. But Nintendo sue what you Nintendo don't let them know about in your works.
That's a famous commercial.
we got this whole piece is amazing too, because Emily really hit it out of the park with the Spanky's Quest homage.
Oh my god, I love the Spanky's Quest.
Well, we got some Phantasy Star Online. We have, of course, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. We got who else we got in here? We have Lonk, unofficial Link guy. That's also me.
Right.
We have a Birdman in the skies. And we also have my wonderful wife, Trisha, being serenaded by what looks like this really sick short scale white Strat, Olympic white. And my kids
like, 8
surfboarding. What's that?
I'm just counting the frets on your guitar there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, you don't even have a
You don't need much more than 7 frets.
I guess not. It's all pentatonic, right? Yeah.
People ask all the time, even when I've given lessons, I'm just like, listen, all right, first up, it's going to be $300. Second, just 7 frets is all you need to know.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's not what I do when I teach.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, I love the style of it. Yeah, and we should talk more to the artist about it later on, I feel.
Yeah, we definitely want to give Emily her time, because the piece is incredible. Anyone that was at Brew Game Plus saw me running around with the initial sketch of check this shit out, look how cool it is, and it further helped push me to finish the record and make it what it is. I can't imagine there being any other cover for it than what there is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, no, it's perfect. I think it sets the tone, and having listened to it a few times, it's it just complements it perfectly. Just put on your cool slick sunglasses and just lean back and listen, man.
Yeah. It's a beach party, dude. Oh,
bro, let me tell you, your album got me so pitted, dude, so pitted. Oh man,
what's pitted? Is that Canadian lit or
no?
Not the band lit.
No. Do you know what I'm referencing though? Oh, bro, you just get the best barrels ever, dude. You just no. Are you for real?
Man.
You don't. I'm gonna look this up, and I'm gonna share this after we listen to a song or something like that, because this is a YouTube gem that you need to appreciate. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, please send it.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
I want to get pitted. Bruh.
Yeah, we're all gonna get pitted, and we're gonna hang 10 on this 12-track album. Speaking of which, are we ready to get started with your first track here, dude?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
Okay, well let's make a beautiful little nest together for this sweet track that starts everything off here. What do you want to tell us about Image of a Hero?
This goes out to all the real ones who not just had a Dreamcast, but actually got the 56K, or if they're a fancy DSL adapter for their GameCubes, got a prepaid Visa and or MasterCard. I played the fuck out of this game.
All right, there it is. Image of a Hero. Let's listen. Sorry, what were you saying about file names there, Ian?
They're the most important thing you can do when it comes to asset management. If you don't have your file names in place,
Yeah.
you're a disgrace.
Gotta have a handy naming convention. So what do you do
Mhm.
about that? Let's get into it. We've got Joe Newman here, but we're gonna just ignore him to talk about naming conventions.
That's cool.
There's NameCon West, they're all very similar in
Yeah.
name. Funny enough, despite being named. Are you
Music
thinking
and
about
naming
get
festival?
together.
or a naming convention? Which are we?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's embarrassing for you, Josh. That you thought we meant the end of a file.
Yeah, no, I know that always happens to me. I always forget about all the popular naming conventions.
Yeah, Joe's actually live from NameCon right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What name did they give you over there, Joe?
Well, the con hasn't started yet.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. So you're waiting. That's like the hardest part is waiting.
He got a
Yeah.
pre-show live thing going on with Kotaku. They're expanding.
It's like being a character in Phantasy Star Online and just waiting to be created and to be given a name and a purpose.
way to bring us back.
Thanks.
That was good.
So yes, folks, if you didn't know, Joe, you were listening to him just now on playing saxophone for Ian Cowell and for all of us, really, all of us. Joe, thank you for sharing your talents with us yet again. What has it been like, like no holds barred? What has it been like working with Ian Cowell?
So it's horrible. No, it's great. It's no. Ian's my dude, and it's so I only discovered that we live like 20 minutes from each other this year. It was super cool. Like I found out about it and I invited him over, and we had like Safeway fried chicken, and it was a good time. And that's
Don't forget the carrots that your wife had made. Those are
that's true. Shout out to Allie's carrots; they were really good.
And shout out to the bee that was bothering us while we were talking about like MagFest.
Wow.
That's right. So yeah, we hung out and we make music together, and it's a good time.
Well, I mean that's all I wanted to hear. I think we're done. We can close down the stream now.
Yeah.
That's
it.
We just
Right.
needed to know.
It was fun hanging out in Ian's garage. I mean, we're both two dads hanging out in the garage in front of a green screen, playing to like minus 30 decibel music, just kind of like wiggling around. It was a good time.
Fun bonus stage fact from Ultimate is that there was a few good slaps Joe gave on my studio monitors when that night or the night before the right speaker just started to go out. And he's like, "What do you do?" I was like, "You just gotta fucking whack. That's all you gotta do. Whack." Just like that. For anyone who didn't hear it in the back, whack.
Yeah, you don't need solder guns.
You
You
gotta
just
say
need a solid left or right or whatever you got.
No, don't even. I fill out the warranty cards for the thrill, and it's not even to send things back.
Wait, Ian, I'm looking at the chat. Ian, you lived in the Bay Area too? That's cool. I did not know that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's Ian Martin, right? I'm really late on catching up on chat, so.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Oh cool, Danville. Right on.
Right on. Well, the more
The
you know.
Manville from Danville. The Anvil from Danville.
So getting back on track here. So what is either of you guys' experience with playing Phantasy Star Online? Like is it just kind of like, oh, here's this cool song, I want to cover it, or do you actually have like personal experience playing that game? I want to know about it from a real gamer boy.
Oh, from a real gamer BOI? Yeah, dude, I got you. I played a lot of Phantasy Star Online. I wasn't cool enough to keep playing EverQuest. My grandparents, who I live with, weren't about me tying up the phone that long. Somehow it was okay when it came to the GameCube. When it came to the PC, I already ruined a previous PC we had. We had a CTX tower, and I burned out the hard drive playing SimCity 2000. Shout out to Mr. Epp, my 6th grade homeroom teacher, for getting us on to SimCity 2000. I made a really sick boreal wooded area, and it fucked it up, and went to Costco, and we got a HP pavilion, and I played some Diablo 2 and some EverQuest. Grandpa wasn't happy about it, but somehow I was able to get a modem adapter in my GameCube and figure out the timing just right, and that was my first like solid online gaming love. and probably a good foundation because you weren't really able to easily chat with folks. So even though there's other people, it's kind of like the Roblox equivalent of chat. So it's kind of safe enough. So I didn't turn out into like a big, Code Red gamer boy, but just, like a standard green Mountain Dew gamer boy. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, I played a lot of Phantasy Star. There's no fucking seriousness to this. No. It's a badass track. I made a lot of characters, man. You could have as many characters as you wanted on the same account, and I would really? Listen to that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm probably there's going to be who in the chat's going to correct me here.
Yeah, someone's gonna.
How many characters could you make in Phantasy Star? We're gonna hold up the whole night until we find out.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to play it on the Dreamcast, and I never got to have a Dreamcast at launch and through its life cycle. I got one of those sick, 2009. I got one, and then within a month, I got 3.
So wait, you got 2009. So it was already 20 years old, right?
10.
10, right. Yeah.
But it was dirt cheap on eBay at that time, and then I ended up working next to a retro game shop in Concord. And then someone else was like, "Oh, I had an old fucking GameCube. I don't use that. I'll give it to you." And so then I just started sending out the working ones to friends. And now I know about the whole retro, scam market, and I'm just like, there's a couple tanks of gas in my Hyundai Santa Fe right there.
Missed opportunity for sure.
Missed opportunity. Still got a mint copy of Choo Choo Rocket, but yes, Phantasy Star.
Really?
Great.
Wasn't Choo Choo Rocket one of the ones they gave through the online service? I had a Dreamcast. I played it all the time, and I don't remember ever buying Choo Choo Rocket, but I remember owning it. I feel like that was it was awesome. Given away on a demo disc or something.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, online games are new, and you're trying to get on consoles. Sorry, PC gamers are coming in hot. I got probably 1,000 people on Twitter right now getting all upset. No, we're playing Command & Conquer first. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Josh, reel me in, man. Joe, how much Phantasy Star did you play?
I've never played it, and I hadn't heard the song either. Actually, before you played it for me, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice. This is a nice mellow, chill kind of." I said you want some space cowboy bebop type tenor on this, and you were like, "Yep, pretty much," and that was pretty much what happened.
Yeah,
it's a really good track to, and I feel like you need a good track when you're gonna have an in-depth character creation system, because you want to keep people there. Like I remember making my character in Skyrim. I'm like, I don't fucking care what's keeping me here. I just want to go and fight dragons, and nothing held me. But I figure if I ever picked up Phantasy Star Online, I could really dig in and just be totally comfortable vibing to this. Actually, maybe I'll just mod a ROM with your cover in it, and then I'll really be in the zone for making a sick character.
Do it.
Yeah,
I'm into it. Yeah, no, Phantasy Star is. I tried playing 2 and the reboot of 2 that just came out. It's cool, but it's not that first one.
No.
It's cool, but it's not the same.
Well, you're not 12 or 13 anymore either, so.
No, I already had advanced taste at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of advancing our tastes, are we ready to get more into this advanced exceptional album?
Yes, but first, he's not here, but I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend Donnie Dixon for playing guitar on that track.
Oh, nice.
I have video somewhere of him, trying to perfect the take. It was perfected the second time around, and he is master perfection man when it comes to guitar and everything in his life. And I've known him for years. We used to be in a band together. We still get together when we can. Our kids are best friends. And we have the same guitar teacher. He's an upstanding dude. He is an exceptional goblin who has an exceptional goblin. And big shout out to Donnie to just being able to pick apart the chord changes and know exactly what he wanted and wouldn't leave my fucking house until he got it.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
It was pretty sweet.
All right, let's see some beautiful heart emotes in the chat for Donnie. Yeah, and we're gonna keep moving on with more of these awesome tracks. Yeah, well, what do we got next here, bud? One World for World 1. What the hell is that about?
Well, we have.
I'm just trying to trip you up here, man.
No, it's
I don't know what I'm doing.
I had something cool, and then I realized that I mixed up if it was the whole world that's for World 1 or if the joke's gone. Hey, we're all one world that loves Mario. And World 1 was made for all of us, and play the track. It kicks ass. I'll let it speak for itself.
Awesome. All right.
You're going to understand. We'll talk more about naming conventions when we come back after the break.
Yeah, maybe Joe will have a name by then. All right, folks. Here's One World for World 1. Let's listen.
It wasn't humanly possible. But now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy.
Well, that one was short and sweet. I love that. I never played any of the Game Boy Mario games myself, but they're just like they compressed all of the charm of Mario, not only like graphically but also just audio. It just kind of like feels like you're playing a small Mario game. It's super cute, and we are joined now by Emily, who did the art. Because Ian, you wanted to do something about that, talking with Emily about the art.
Yes.
Good evening.
We're all waiting. We're all waiting for each
other. All right.
First, Emily, thanks for coming on to talk about your fucking amazing album cover, which is probably responsible for like 95% of the initial click-throughs on anyone checking this out.
Well, thank you so much for asking me to do it. Like, also, firstly, I have to say, I'm kind of mad that you guys counted the frets on the guitar, because I was really not expecting that much scrutiny.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. It was all in jest.
Nothing if not sticklers for accuracy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when I heard you say that, I was like, son of a... I remember when I was drawing it too, I was like, I am winging this. Like, I'm not even going to look at a guitar for reference. This is fine. So
you know, you can just call it electric ukulele and you're golden.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
No one knows. It was a MIDI instrument. It's all good. Art is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
everything's
I think...
a little wonky in my art universe, so...
I think subjectively you covered the subject of the art very well. Are you like familiar with the characters that you were drawing at all, or was this purely all just like new? I haven't gauged your level of nerddom or your nerd cred yet.
I mean, I am a nerd, but like I was not really a gamer early on because I wasn't allowed any consoles whatsoever. So that was something I got into much later. So yeah, like all of the N64 characters were kind of new to me. I remember when you sent me the file of all of the references. I was like, oh, dang, like I don't know what I'm gonna do with these right now. But so yeah, I mean, it was a really fun challenge. It was like kind of material that I wasn't really that familiar with when I started, but super fun. Like really,
you still knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
It's great too because it's like it's a commission piece, right? But it still stands with the rest of your stuff, and you still were able to add your unique touch to it. And that's what I wanted it to be. Is it already was capturing what we were going for, and anytime that I would start to approach burnout, I could look at that or see what anyone had to say about it, and it would just push things further along. So album art is always, it's just as important as the music is. So thanks again for doing it, and yeah, and also tell everyone where they can find your art, because we need to get you doing more album covers and every possible medium out there.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to say they're my absolute favorite thing. It is like weirdly responsible doing. It's a weird feeling doing album covers because it represents so much. So yeah, no, if you go and look on my Instagram, my handle is Emily M Ray. That's spelled Reay. And yeah, that's where you can check out all of my work that I've been doing recently. So yeah, check it out.
Sorry,
Check
that's
it out.
M.E. Ray on Instagram?
Emily M for Margaret.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
R-E-A-Y.
I'm getting that so I can drop a link in the chat.
But don't type for Margaret in the middle of it.
Yeah, forget that part. The rest.
M for Margaret. Yes, all typed out like that. There we go. Awesome. There's a link in chat. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm checking it out right now. This is right up my alley. Oh my god. Oh, that is cool. Oh, I'm gonna do something later and really enjoy your art. Just gonna spend some hours staring into it. That sounds like a great time.
Do a substance.
I didn't say that.
I dig it.
I'm just gonna do an activity.
I didn't say anything.
No,
I'm on mute.
you're on mute. You still haven't gotten your name. You don't have a purpose yet, Joe.
Oh, it's Ivan Hackstock.
Oh, right. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad that finally came through for you, bud.
I gotta say, and it was your cowboy frogs that did it. Trisha, my wife, was just it was. I'm not gonna say if it was a substance involved time, borax or Clorox or whatever it was, but she was like, check out these frogs, and I was like, well, those are cool. Wait, that's it right there. And then message you, and here we are today on Twitch. How many people we got here? 30,000 people? Yep, 27,000. All viewing.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you again for asking me to do it. I really enjoyed it.
Sick.
This is always a touchy thing because when you ask artists if they've like other artists that you like, but have you seen the Midnight Gospel? It's the series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like the Pendleton Ward thing.
Is that it's all Midnight Mass, the vampire thing? Is it a different show?
Midnight Gospel is an animated show. It's on.
I know
okay.
It's like
It's
really, really melty.
Very melty.
Really, really what?
Melty and trippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
haven't seen it. I've been meaning to though.
Oh, it's really, really good. It's like one of my favorite Netflix shows, and I don't know if I'll get more seasons or anything, but it's really cool.
Right, cool. I'll check it out. Thank you.
Wow. Musically speaking, that one was a little bit shorter, but Ian, why did you want to choose that particular song from the Game Boy Mario?
Well, it's what the kids these days, they call it a bop. It's got a bounce to it. It's fun. It's an earworm. Everybody knows it, but at the same time, I don't think it gets. There's a lot of really good rearrangements. I mean, going back to your early, YouTube VGM days, but I wanted to do it for a really long time, and it was one of those ones that I put off doing. Same with aquatic ambience or anything from like Chrono Trigger. It's like, well, it's been touched enough times, but the reason is because it rules. And so Joe really helped on that track too, because I tried some different things. I knew that I liked, the groove to it and having fun with watching old commercials and ripping apart samples. But it was the sax harmonizing with the synth that really made me want to continue with it and make it the track it is right now. Track 2 about World 1.
Yeah, another missed opportunity there. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's just delightful. Shall we continue yet more?
Let's go.
You said Chrono Trigger, and now I'm just like, God, now I need to listen to it, and I'm really happy that it's up next. This next track is called The Enlightened Ones. Do you want to say anything about this, or should we just like rip right into it, bud?
Rip right into it.
All
Let's
right.
just do it.
Okay, folks.
A temporal portal opening.
Let's listen to Enlightened Ones. What was that?
That was the newsroom. We got to spin in.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, why does it say participants? Right above your name. All right, cool. Doing it live, folks. You just heard Ian Cowell's obligatory cover of of Corridors of Time. But you were saying earlier, Ian, that there's like all these classics, all these hits, all these things that might not be touched, or might have been touched too much. But I gotta say, your touch on this is it's unique and it is very much appreciated. Your guitar soloing over top of all of that was just like cream on top of the crop, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
My friend. You've got the
You got
touch.
the power.
I got the touch. Yeah, dude.
Well, should I say who I am, or is somebody gonna introduce me? I don't know.
Nobody introduce him. Nobody. Oh, come on. All right. We got Gene Draban here, folks. Just like really involved in the VGM scene. If you didn't know, then are you really in the scene if you don't know Gene? Oh, dude, that's
Damn.
you gotta take that one. Come on.
Ooh.
It's true. Also,
Are you in
Green
the
and-
scene if you don't know Big Green Mean Gene?
I'm just so happy to be here. I've been listening to this album a whole bunch, and it's so good. I think my biggest criticism is like there was one track that I didn't love. Like that's the worst I can say about it.
And from Gene, that's fucking like I'll see you at the Grammys, bud.
Oh man, I was just saying backstage, I lost my entire summer of '95 to this game. I spent my hard-earned, mowing lawns, $80 American in 1995, which I just looked up, it's like $140.
Damn.
Don't regret it one bit. The entire summer, basically every waking minute, I was playing Chrono Trigger. Love this game. It's one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, man.
It is the winner of the time traveling RPG contest that we just held right now.
Yeah, it's
Oh
timeless.
yeah, first place. Second place, third place, all the places.
Because it can time travel, so it can have alternate realities in which it gets those placements.
Yeah. So it time traveled all the way to Naming Con, where it was named the most timeless RPG of all time.
Where it then named Joe finally, and he comes back.
It's just like, and I done the Ivan Hackstock.
I've been to the end of the stream, Marty. You can't finish the show.
Oh my god. Well, Gene, other than loving Chrono Trigger and of course being good friends with all of us here, what involvement have you had with Exceptional Goblins? What brings you here?
So you can consider me like the seventh member of Birthday. I'm just there's three members, right? I don't know. Last I checked.
Is this one of those like
Yeah.
sticky
No, I've just
manager
been-
situations where you're like, I'm in the band, and then like actually they had a documentary about all the boy bands and the manager who was
Well, yeah,
like,
no, I did actually try to make them into
ripping
a
them
boy
off.
band, but it didn't go very far. Like they're just not photogenic. Sorry.
Dude, I have been on Gene's private boat and private plane 3 times each, and not a single thing has happened for me career-wise.
oh god, Gene.
No.
But he
you
is
guys-
excellent at holding you.
Well, we're gonna ban him right now, folks. Thank you very much, Gene. No, come on. All right, we're gonna stop cutting you off. We'll
No,
let you say your piece.
No, I've just been I don't know. I met Ian I want to say like 2 years ago, and like we became
Okay, hold on.
instant bromance. Honestly.
Gene met us in the beginning of 2017, so it's been almost 5 years.
What the?
He came to our third birthday show at a bar in San Jose, and then he did the
Caravan.
sound at our next show. One of my first experiences was being like, "Yo, dude, can I get a DI box?" Not knowing that he was going to be the guy years down the line who's like, "These drums are fucking awful. Fix it."
We all need a sound guy in our
Yeah.
lives, right?
Gene is the fucking rallying point for so many of the Bay Area's music communities, and is a very important person to a lot of bands. I've seen Archaeologist in the chat. He's been at fucking Archaeologist shows. I've seen him doing sound for the Super Soul Bros. No, they were there playing at shows you were at.
That maybe I don't maybe once, but I've tried to go to as many local VGM shows as possible. If not, to support, like to put on the shows. I've done a couple of those, but just to listen to the bands. I try to come out as often as possible. And, you know, Ian makes it down to the South Bay, which is kind of a trek. So I always make it a point to visit when birthday's coming into town.
Part of the birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also got to say, Gene has a wonderful podcast called Pixelated Audio.
Definitely does.
Oh, thank you.
That
Ian's going to
everyone
be
should
on that in
listen
a
to.
couple of weeks. Yeah, Ian, you're going to be on that in a couple of weeks. We just recorded. Should we spoil the surprise? I don't know. Is it too early?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it later when the song comes on. But Ian's going to be on in a couple of weeks with a very special guest.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that in like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, however long it takes. Well, and I just got to say, Ian, since we didn't get to talk about the song yet, I love this take on the song. Scala's theme, or Shala's theme, however it's pronounced, is for me one of the best songs in the game. And it is, you're right, it's one of those ones that I feel like is a little bit lower on the ranking in terms of the ones that gets covered, but if you can get it right, it's so beautiful. It's one of my absolute favorite songs in the game.
It almost didn't make the record either, because I was just like, it needs to be just right, and I was really digging a lot of the different stuff, and it's not like it's the most complex thing on here. It probably has some of the least amount of tracks compared to other songs on this record, but what did it is, it was like, it just needs a fucking cool guitar part, but that doesn't have
guitar.
No overdubs, though, so it had to be a one take. So
Yeah, the
there's
guitar
some
totally nails it, 100%.
so there's some flubby boys, but they're good. It's the what's it, the craftsman's tool scrapes in the Voss.
Yeah, that
I've never made a fucking Voss, and I think you could tell by that comparison.
I was wondering, there's like some little harmonics in there, and I was like, I would have edited that out. But no, it sounds good.
There he is, Gene, with his hot takes, as always. You got to fix these drums. Listen to these harmonics. They're bullshit. I would have edited those out.
He's going to get all the remix and remaster rights.
Yeah, give it to him. Yeah,
Yep.
He should make money off of that. That makes
No,
sense.
I'm just along for the ride. I've listened to this album at least 5 times through at this point. It's great.
Damn, I only listened to it once. I just hit like a master preset, and I was like, fuck it, here we go.
You're just like recording silent.
Once.
Yeah, just like not even listening. I don't want to hear it until release day.
Mozart didn't like listen on his mix cubes. Man.
Beethoven didn't listen to his music.
Yeah, he just popped open Audacity and he was like, sick.
Fruity Loops.
Put it on SoundCloud, dude.
Oh my god. Speaking of stuff that I want to put on SoundCloud, your next track, Cartography and Chill. This is from a game that I have not played. Shin Megami Tensei the Third, Nocturne. That's a lot of words for a game title, but you mentioned something about Hard Boss. Maybe we can digest that after listening to the track.
Yeah.
But
spoil alerts to how far I've gotten in this game based on the captured footage within this video.
All right, awesome. Are we going to go over to it now then?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's listen to Cartography and Chill.
There you go, taking the words all out of my mouth. Thanks, Ian. Enjoy, everyone.
The flames of the menorah beckon me to the battlefield.
Oh man, I gotta get. Hold on, I gotta get on this. This is.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. The form's down.
Yeah. All right.
I think
Next
by
time
track
we'll
six,
sync it up.
we'll have it.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that was Shin Megami Tensei, the third Nocturne, cartography and chill. What's with that title? Like, are you cartographizing in game? No, how do you verbal?
It gives it away a little bit, but it is one of 2 world map themes in the game. It's the main one.
Okay.
The first one you hear is only in the beginning of the game, and it's when you're still in normal human realm Tokyo. And that's a badass track too. Anyone who's played the game can tell you, but just look up the soundtrack to any of these. And the first world map music has this really just bitchin' soft shred, pinch harmonic, straight into the mixing console kind of distortion going on, and it gets the neon Eon Evan Cowell nod of approval. Whoever I am, one of those guys. But yeah, no, the whole soundtrack is awesome. But that one, because I especially spend a lot of time grinding on the world map to try and beat that son of a bitch, and still losing, that track got reinvigorated into my brain space, and so got the old cover treatment.
Yeah, dude, and I gotta say, because you didn't have anybody collaborating on this track with you, did you? Did you like do all the programming and all the stuff yourself?
Yeah, all the synth patches and the arrangement, and just for the arrangement on pretty much all these tracks is just listening a lot, like you do, right?
Yeah.
And figuring things out and looking at VG lead sheets and being like, maybe if I was a classical pianist, I could do that. And no, there's some good lead sheets out there.
Yeah.
Big shout out to VGleadsheets.com. But just listened to it a bunch, man. And said, hey, this sounds good. I got out my MIDI controller right here, and I was like, I did a bunch of this.
Yeah.
And then the sounds ended up inside the computer, and we organized them, Had some Brian Wilson meltdown moments. We needed like 15,000 didgeridoos on the tracks, scrapped all of it. Spent the whole budget.
But sometimes you hyperfixate, and then you end up right where you need to be at the end of that journey, right? Yeah.
In all seriousness, that the big thing with a lot of these tracks is I didn't set out to be like, it has to be this sound. Everything either came really easily or sat in a certain folder of like, I know that you can be good, but right now you're irritating the shit out of me and aren't quite there. And I think anyone who does VGM arrangements knows that feeling. Like, there's something like, I respect people who can go out and do the note for note covers, or it's like the exact same length and they just nail it with musicianship and production skills. And I think for me, it's just like, I like to look at covers as someone got the rights to do the movie adaptation in the late 90s, like after Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and they're like, fucking quick, funnel money into these movies, but don't get anyone in Hollywood of repute to do the soundtrack. Get this like indie band that has a Tascam 4 track and like have these dudes do the soundtrack to the Shin Megami Tensei movie and have them put it on their SoundCloud and then tell them you shouldn't have done that and like take it away from them. And that's how we got the track.
Awesome. Exceptional Goblins, everybody. That's your creative process and methodology all wrapped up in one delicious burrito. That's pretty sweet, man. Dude, the next track, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm sure a lot of you folks have already seen this. This one's floated around YouTube a bunch. Your video on it is just legendary. I love this so much. It's such a fun time.
Dude, this was a lot of fun to make. It is it's such a beautiful mess of a mix, and it's got so many great noisy ass instruments and shit. It's so wonderful, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This is definitely one highly exceptional goblin. So Josh, take it away.
All right, folks, let's listen to Touch Fuzzy Get Buzzy.
That dino twerp is eating me out of house and home!
Wow! You didn't tell me you were bringing a secret weapon, Luigi.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario!
Did we do it? Oh, I think we totally did it.
Real close.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. Dude, that video I think is just like that is like peak Ian Cowell essence right there. That is like you're just like having so much fun in your garage in front of a green screen, you know, just I'm just picturing you like being there like you know, like running around with the cameras and like your little Yoshi hat and stuff like that. Like that must have been.
If I ever start a
riot for one.
Patreon, I need to do a Patreon if only for all the raw footage I have of me gasping in this garage in like the summer months when that shit was filmed, and then like running over to the phone and be like, okay, this looks good here. Like not even using like the Bluetooth button to do it, like totally arduous, like knocking in the shit and like having to fix it. Like the Zelda video is a great example too of like, great, I just danced for 4 minutes and it was like filming a fucking wrench over here. I don't know how like cool this is going to come out at the time because I just get raw footage of hearing, you know, while I'm wearing a members only jacket that Nick gave me.
Well, you just fix it in post and nobody is the wiser.
Dude,
Unless,
fix everything in post, man.
Yeah, except for all of your patrons on Patreon. Absolutely.
Yeah, can't do that. I fix that shit in pre.
Yeah. Well, I'll just I haven't asked for anything, but I think I might ask for some of that raw footage. You know, if you want to just like hit me back for.
I would love to. I want people to just have it so they can do what they want with it, and you can make your own fizz face Yoshi man.
Well, just
Yoshi man.
I'll just put it on one night as a stream, and we'll just like watch it like uncut, unedited, no chat. Everything's just emotes and stuff. Yeah, we'll just
14 hours of white noise and like
and the wrench.
Just like a wrench and like Exorcist level fucking like CRT TV in the background.
The wrench will become like the hand on the Yule log channel, you know, like, oh, it's the wrench.
Oh shit. Hey, we're raising money for charity. If you see the wrench on the Ian dancing stream, just go ahead and call in.
Yeah. But yeah, no, seriously, dude, like that is, and like the audio too, I should say, like for what you're trying to like reach for with this album and with the art and everything, the way the whole album is kind of tied together. I think this track is like, I won't say it's like peak Exceptional Goblins, but it is like chef's kiss Exceptional
There's a
Goblins.
reason it's track 5. And I tell you, it's the Metallica track listing, right?
Okay, yeah.
With track 5, you got Disposable Heroes, right? What's track? I'm like forgetting every Metallica album with track 5, but that one's sticking with me.
Disposable Heroes, yeah.
Track 5 is usually a good one.
Yeah.
You know, for you metal folks out there, you aggressive rock people, you all know.
Yeah. Well, even album flow wise, you know, you got to have like, you got to orchestrate your pits and valleys and stuff like that, and your pits and valleys, peaks and valleys. But yeah, touch fuzzy, get buzzy. That is a peak. We are peaking on some buzz right there.
I never thought of it that way, man.
Oh, sweet. We should get some ramen.
Listen to The Offspring later. We're gonna. Maybe they'll bring in their own Twitch people, and they'll. What's that called again? When you not bombard, but
when you raid.
Right.
When you bombard. Oh, what's up? We had Junker Man with a bombard of 3 people earlier. You know what? It might as well. I would be in full support of that nomenclature being completely erased, and yeah, bombard. That's awesome. Oh
my gosh.
Oh my god! Speaking of like getting buzzy, I forgot that I'd completely queued up this friggin' video of this surfer dude. From
oh shit!
I'm seriously like can't believe that you didn't that you haven't seen this before. But
I'd love to see this.
Oh my god! Hold on a sec. Let me make sure I'm controlling the audio here. Okay, let's check.
Nutbread in the chat right now for this humor.
Okay, hold on. All right. You just get the best barrels ever, dude. Okay, here we go. Check this out.
Yeah. Some of those kids today will be my co-hosts. It's just like, dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like you pull in, you just get spit right out of them. You just drop in and just smack the lip, whoop, drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, you just ride the barrel and get pitted, so pitted like that.
Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. When you see the part.
That's pretty much the gist of it right there. Did you catch that?
That's fucking great.
Oh man, so pitted, dude. What back? Yeah.
sorry, farting great. Not the other one I said. This is PG-13.
Right. Your kids are gonna watch this when they wake up in the morning, right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna watch me in the morning first thing. It's gonna be their interest.
Daddy. Yeah. I don't know. I just picture you having like this loving, wholesome family where your kids are like totally involved in every little thing that you do in your garage.
No, for sure. Like they love it, but it's just funny with kids because it's, you know, that meme of the guy at the party. It's like, nobody knows I'm thinking about this, and they're all like, yes, we do. It's like I'm at the park today. Like, these kids don't know I'm putting out an album. I'm like, don't care, climbing a slide.
Yeah. Get out of my garage, kids. I'm working on my solo album.
Yeah, get out of here. Daddy's got to make that Bandcamp revenue share.
Oh, my God. Well, we're going to help you keep making that Bandcamp revenue share with the next track on your album, which is bringing us up to about halfway here. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, but this one is kind of an obscure one. This is a deep cut.
This is deepest cut on the record.
Deepest
and
cut.
Fucking major shout out to Joe Palfini, my friend since from like middle school on to now, who I've in the last year reconnected with, who will just send me some of the most, you know, deep cut VGM. And he sent me this track, and I was like, I knew of Spinky's Quest, but it didn't resonate how fucking hard the original track goes. Everyone needs to listen to this because this cover is fun, but the original has the stabbiest synth that is just going nonstop over the entire song. So we took it in a different direction with this, but it's the minute he sent it to me, I was like, yeah, this I gotta work on this
do
one.
something with this. I first learned of Spanky's Quest in an Archie comic, and I have never seen anything of it since. So, like your cover and the accompanying video is the first I've actually seen of Spanky's Quest. I'm a little confused by the gameplay, but we can get into that a little bit more. Let's listen to Chimpin' Ain't Easy. Are you? We'll do the spin. We'll do the spin.
Ready?
All right.
I'm a seeker too, but my dreams aren't like yours. I can't help thinking somewhere in the universe there has to be something better than man. Has to be.
What will he find out there, Doctor?
His destiny.
I don't understand these animal psychology. What's Dr. Zilla trying to prove?
That man can be domesticated. Planet where apes evolved from men. There's gotta be an answer. Don't look for it, Taylor. You may not like what you find. Why are all apes created equal? Some apes, it seems, are more equal than others.
That Bright Eyes is remarkable. He keeps trying to form words.
You know what they say, human see, human do. You maniac! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to
All right, Spanky's Quest. That's Yeah, I agree, Adrian, and your issues that it is a certified banger. And again, very similar to Enlightened Ones. I think your guitar soloing and riffing there, it just like adds that extra layer that the song
Thank you.
requires. Absolutely, well done, well done.
Thank you very much. I'm a fan of VGM and of chimps and monkeys of all varieties, and Planet of the Apes, of course. So, thank you, whatever movie studio will hit me with that. That'll C and D, cease and desist. When we get there, we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna take all of your Bandcamp bucks away from you.
Try it. It's already gone. Oh God, why? No, that was a lot of fun to work on, and also a major fucking challenge because, like so much good arcadey VGM, it's a quick loop, and that's it. So it was just a lot of just having to take it to Funktown. And major shout out also to Ronan Op F here, J Kim, for gifting me with the bass that was used on that track. I love playing bass. I played bass before I played guitar. I'm not as good on the bass, but that song was definitely one where playing the bass on it and then taking it into the other territories on the halfway point into the end really, lifted it up to the next place. So it wouldn't have happened without
like love.
Yeah,
like love lifting it up. Right. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of funky, jammy, freak out music, and I've been wanting to do a VGM cover that just has a key change for no reason that then just goes into a different drum groove and bass and guitar just going wild. And I think we accomplished that. Chimping ain't easy, but we made it happen.
Oh my God, there we go. There's your tagline for that one, dude. We were also saying a little bit about your stock footage because you had some choice lines and colors in the background of that one, and some of your other videos that we've seen so far had some really choice footage. I love the pyramids in the one world for World 1. That's hard to say all at once, but
yeah. Imagine if I did it with numerical characters too, just like a one world, and then I also cut out letters like people do, like number 1 WRLD, and then all together with no spaces.
Yeah. That was like a whole genre of music in 2009, I think.
Yeah. Some big brain stuff right there.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, bigger than the chimps have. We've got we're doing great. We're having a lot of fun here. We've got more music to come. Do you want to say more about Spanky's Quest? I don't know. It feels like such a deep cut. I don't know how.
It looks like a hard fucking game.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the footage you're talking about. It's like the soundtrack rules, but I don't envy someone playing it.
Yeah. It seems fitting for the kind of game that got advertised to me in my Archie comics because there was that, there was Spin Dizzy Worlds and friggin' what was it, like Speedball, all these really obscure games that seemed like the gameplay was half baked, but in Spanky's Quest it looked like the cover art is similar to the Exceptional Goblins art, where it's everyone's vibing on a beach. There's fruit and Spanky's hanging out, but you get
where's
in the
fucking
game.
Beach?
Yeah, where's the beach, bro? We're trying to get to the beach or something, and you have to bounce bubbles off of your head and
I think that's kind of our problem here. Is obviously it's Spanky's Quest, and we're seeing just one chapter in what's probably the overarching quest of Spanky. And but also, it speaks volumes. They're putting it in fucking Archies because they're who's even reading this, right? Put it in there, Spin Dizzy.
Oh, Alan's shouting out Plock. What? I don't know if Plock is a real Twitch channel. It's very possible, but I feel like the shout out command just will put twitch.tv/whatever you shout out. But I might check that out later. It's real? Okay. I'm super curious about Plock, but yeah.
Is someone just streaming Plock all the time?
Oh God. If they're not, that's kind of we can get sidetracked here so easily. There's so much fascinating stuff, and true to the vibe of the album, we can just like go all over the place and get a little lost. But I do want to keep us a little focused because we've got half of the album yet to go. It's really fun, but we have another track from the shirt that you're wearing currently, Ian.
And I'm glad that you said we got to get back on track, back on the road, because this is from the Yamato Road. And the official title, both of this rearrangement and the original, is A Pink Flower for Your Tabby.
Awesome.
Or Tabi. I don't know. Someone in the chat, correct me.
I think it's Tabi, yeah. Like in Japanese phonetics, I think it's a soft A, so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one also features the full birthday treatment.
It may as well be a birthday track, because it's got Delicious Nick and it's got Ronan Opef on it, and they really also made this track.
All right.
They knew exactly what I wanted, and they'll tell you more about it too.
Awesome.
Shortly.
Yeah, we'll get them in here after we let's listen to A Pink Flower for Your Tabi. All right, let's do it.
Let's spin it, Josh.
Let's spin it. Oh my God. Wow. All together now, everyone. We've got the full birthday band treatment here. Welcome, Nick. Welcome. Welcome, Jay. I don't know why I almost said Joey. It's like Joe and Jay.
Hey, it's all Joey
There's
J
a lot
over
of Joe
there.
names or J names going on around here.
Friends reference.
Oh, thanks, Brian Stewart, for the 100 bits. Yeah. Well,
Hey.
folks, that must have felt good, to like all be together for a track. That's like birthday doing stuff again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice. It was like COVID never happened.
There it is.
Still emailing each other.
We got the cure for COVID. It's a pink flower for your Tobby.
Yeah, so I'll jump in first and say like as a band ourselves, like we really get along really well because we're all contributing to like Birthday as a separate band, but we're also like we also do a lot of music ourselves, and when the opportunity rises to bring other people in, like this track had both like the three of us working on it in some form, but it was with Ian kind of like leading the whole thing. My recent record, which was like a cover of The World Ends With You, that first track had both Ian and Nick on it, and but it was obviously led by me. So like this is kind of like the versatility of Birthday, in my opinion, is that like, we all love doing our own thing, and we also love like bringing our friends and collaborating with each other on the thing that is Birthday. So that's kind of why this track was like so fun to work on as well, along with video footage, which is something we don't normally do. And Ian just had such a great idea to like fit us into the rest of the video, which I love, like being on the TV. I'm like, oh man, you don't see that done like very often as an idea, but it's like it's just super cool. So props to you, Ian, to putting all this together.
Thank you.
I mean, we all of us know how hard it is to like kind of round up all the cats to like go not scratch up the sofa or whatever it is.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's wow, that was such a good turn of phrase there. You kind of threw me a little bit. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do it in that way, and I want to say just thank you to the both of you for helping me, because I'm balling on a budget over here with what I can do with video editing, and so until the day we have like all the 4K cameras and it's all like shaky and we're like tapping on everything until we can get to the lame genie level. We're here on public access. I'm glad that we're really rocking public access.
Heard they're all VSTs.
Ooh. Not as big of a diss as you think, but still. Ooh.
Yeah. So it was like most of the fucking record, dude.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. I'm really not looking forward to the 4K camera thing, because like the better the resolution, like the more haggard and disgusting I am.
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, let's keep it low res. Actually, let's go backwards. We've moved a little too fast in our technology nowadays. Let's go backwards a little bit.
I'm glad that my ring light's off, because there's only so much I want to show of my porcelain visage, and that's about all I got to say about that. But I want to talk, Nick, how did you feel about recording that organ? Do you remember what I asked you to do in particular for that track?
I think I remember you sent me an MP3, and we're like, hey, I've got this song, and I need some organ on it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I like imported it and played some organ on it. That's about as far as I remember. You probably told me more, but I definitely forgot about that.
I said I wanted to. You're like, what do you want it to sound like? And I said the opening organ intro from "Don't Do Me Like That" by Tom Petty, but like make it the most non-Tom Petty thing you can, but also like "Somebody's Baby" by Jackson Browne.
Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah. All right. So I made it sound like that.
Yeah.
It was fairly simple. I just used a VST to get the right kind of tone, and there's presets out there for every occasion. So it's really like being a musician is all about being a preset connoisseur, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's so true. It is kind of ridiculously true how much what you just said is not ironic.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's a good place to start because I mean, who am I to argue with engineers who've put thousands of hours into developing substance? You know, all I have to do is just take out the stereo effects and like kind of squash it down, and then I add like a little band pass to make it sound like it was recorded on a tape deck, you know, and then in a garage, you know, and I have to kind of make it sound worse in order to give it that like birthday crunch, you know.
But you've already got a garage.
Well, that's what he left out. Is not only do we run it through all the tape VSTs and the bandpass filter, but then we take it to our Tascam, and then we run that into our Play School tape recorder, and then back into the garage. And then he sends me the wave, and I take it to my garage.
You forgot one step, which is like you leave the tape deck out in the trash, and then you let Possum kind of chew on it for a little bit. That's the extra grit.
Thank you, Jay. I totally forgot about that, and that's a really important part of the birthday style.
So hold up. So you're telling me that for all of that artistic process, you are only charging $5 for this album?
That's it. I mean,
you got to document.
It all goes towards Possum Feed.
Upsell that process, man. That is friggin' that's high end art right there.
No,
but we don't pay the possums.
Right.
Yeah, they're interns.
Okay.
And this is not a popular opinion, but possums, you know. I'm not big on what they do with their finances. While it might be their own business, if I'm supporting them to play with my cassette tapes and my trash can, it's different.
It's just the California possums, right?
I'm making that statement right here on live internet.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna make sure this VOD goes viral.
Don't at me, and now I'm turning off read notifications.
All right, somebody clip this moment, please. Thank you.
Nick, what's that shirt you're wearing there?
Oh. This is a Runaway 4 shirt that I got
what a nerd.
At a gig that I played at one time with this cool band.
Aw, dude.
You know, and you know what? When I put it on this morning, I didn't even think about what I was doing later tonight because it's just one of my last remaining good shirts with no holes in it after COVID, you know?
Aww.
And like it has even like a bleach stain on it, but it's not the worst bleach stain. You can't even see it, you know? So like and then I was like, oh shit, it's meant to be. Stream, it's gonna be magical.
Well, folks, if you go on over to Bandcamp right now, you might be funding some wardrobe editions for Nick. It sounds like he's in dire need, so yeah.
Whoa.
Maybe we'll even send down a new R4 shirt for you.
As someone who's now representing possums who are working in the labor force, okay? We need to prioritize giving them clothes, okay?
Yeah. Hey, you haven't even seen my pants or lack thereof, okay?
No, I don't think we've seen anyone's
You
pants.
want to join this class action lawsuit I'm representing on behalf of possums? They also do not wear pants, just to let you know.
I want to say that while we were on stream, they're real upset about what I said about possums right now.
Oh.
So I'm going to walk back what I have to say. Jeff Keighley didn't address possums last night at the Game Awards. I'm going to say it right now. I'm seeing here in the chat that possums have a lot of grit. They at least deserve minimum wage. And I agree. Like, possums, they shouldn't be working for free in audio engineering. They should be getting taken care of. Also, this is just in. I've been nominated for a board seat with Activision Blizzard. This is kind of weird. But
wow. Okay. Yeah, they're really reaching there, aren't they?
Oh man.
Wow.
No offense, but.
So hey, on to the next track then.
Right on. Yeah. Well, as congratulations. To your new position at Activision Blizzard, I hear they're going to be giving you a new home complete with a very green garden, which you will be hensely welcomed to. That's really coincidental because the next track is called Welcome to the Green Garden. What's this from? What is this one from?
Bomberman 64, and I believe this was 1998. 7. What did I put on my own credits? Let's find out. You got that on there? What year was this?
Yeah. You said 97. 97.
I'm pulling up the URL. All right, cool. Whew, close one.
Oh my god, yeah. Too many hot takes on possums, and now you don't even have your dates right.
I really made a bad move, but I'm. Whatever.
Well,
we'll
let's just sweep it all under the rug, and together let's listen to Welcome to the Green Garden.
Let's do it.
Hold on. Which track is it? Oh God, it's 8. Okay, here we
8,
go.
right?
8.
Yeah.
Yep,
Number
yep.
8.
Okay, here we
Take
go.
2.
Lima beans are planted 2 to the hill, 1.5 inches deep. A few peppers are desirable. The holders started these hot weather plants 7 weeks ago in the kitchen window. Grandpa Holder. He says the only honest way to get a mess of peas or a crown of glory is to work for it. And is well fenced. It was manured and plowed last fall. Now, after liming and harrowing, it is ready to plant. Almost summer now, and the garden is coming along. A garden that will furnish plenty of nutritious, vitamin-packed vegetables for the family table. Pigweed or amaranthus is a common, fast-growing weed. Another is lamb's quarter. They will quickly crowd out vegetables if not pulled.
Another short and sweet one. I never played Bomberman 64. I did play a lot of Bomberman Hero, but that soundtrack is relatively unknown to me. Did you play a lot of Bomberman 64?
Yeah, Bomberman 64 and Hero were both big ones for me. And same with I wanted to say this a while back. I missed it the last time because my brothers are here. But Mystical Ninja is my Ocarina of Time. No, that doesn't say anything negative about Ocarina of Time. It came first. I played it first, and I really think it is it really lays the groundwork for good 3D action adventure games. And I think someone in the chat, maybe it was Adrian, mentioned having to rent it or play it a few times because they didn't have a memory pack. And that was the first game where I had to get a memory pack because I didn't realize the cartridge wouldn't save.
Oh, damn.
So, but yes, back to Bomberman 64. Yeah, I played a lot of that and Hero.
Nice, dude. What track, where does that track come from? The Green Garden.
We got a big stage 1 theme or beginning of games theme going tonight. And so, yeah, that's the first stage.
Nice. Yeah, that's really chill.
It's a fucking great track, and not to mention the original has this sleigh bell going throughout the entire thing, and the bass line is one of the best bass lines in VGM. The whole thing is great, and so it was a tough one and a fun one to do a spin on. And I don't know if anyone caught my my really funny joke with the samples, which is from it was from an old video propaganda basically on how to make a victory garden from the US government. And so I figured, Bomberman, victory gardens, war crimes. It's for all the people there on bonus stage. A little deep dive into what made me do that.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for that insight. I'm going to sip some water. Great.
Not that it concerns my Canadian brothers here, but
Yeah, sorry. That flew over my head like a
Got some
caca,
problems.
brah. Like one Dan Hess. Yeah. But dude, no, I seriously love the vibe of that one. That one's like, it's one of your valleys on the album, and just like totally welcome. I just love sinking into that one.
That was a fun one. It's probably my favorite guitar solo that I did on the whole record too.
Nice.
I don't know why, but something about it felt very sweet, and I like non-canon, original solos and covers are something that I'm a big sucker for, or just like adding sections or doing straight up, what a rearrangement is. And so I think that was a good chance to just, you can play the melody line twice through, which you do in other tracks here, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it just, I was digging it and wanted to do something original. So we did that.
We planted
that seed in our green garden.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see what comes up from the earth of that. That's
listen, now we're getting to the, if this was a prog rock album, there's probably some of you I see of Blood and Rank in the chat. We got any Coheed fans out here who likes their serialized songs. So you got the green garden, right? We're growing up from the earth. Now we're gonna go to the sky. Then we're gonna go to the water. And then we're gonna take it right back on to the mortal plane on the final track here.
Well, now hold on. You're getting a little ahead of yourself, because after we've planted the garden, we are planting the garden, and we're stepping back from our hard labor, and we're just gonna go spend a day out on the town.
Oh my gosh, you're right. So the suite's been expanded. Thank you, Josh. We got to pull the whole album now. We got a lot of work to do. But.
Well, we got a line up here, and this is another one of your wonderful fever dreams of video editing. That's been.
I don't even know my own track order. That's amazing. This is great.
That's why you pay me the big bucks, dude.
I do, man. You got so many half-used Red Lobster gift cards coming your way.
I know.
I think it says not valid in Canada, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'll find a way to scam somebody. It'll all work out in the end. But yeah, we're gonna go out on the town. This is one of your classic YouTube hits. It's been all over social media. I mean, I don't know what more to say about it. It's just a pleasure. Do you want to dig in?
Dude, that was the best $15 I've ever spent on an outfit, and it is not as comfortable as it looks. And it's done a lot of traveling, and it's been, don't worry everyone, it's been washed quite a few times. This is out on the town. Or as Josh would say.
No, you do it.
Thank you. Let's listen to Out on the Town. And turn.
And turn. I love how we've just like
Ooh.
committed to this. This
Someone call the police because there's some synchronicity happening here.
Dude, synchronicity is all happening on your end in that video, dude. Like, you are just having a one-man party with yourself like 3 times. It's just so much fun to watch. It's just like
every day since the 6th grade.
Wow. Okay, that's
a freebie. That's for all the dads out there.
Oh man, that's something to unpack with your therapist for sure.
It's almost 9 o'clock. Everybody, get the kids in bed.
Oh my god.
And get the head meds out. Call the therapist.
Yeah,
there it is. I'm waiting for it in the chat. Yep, they got the drum rolls. Show us some of those moves. Oh, Gene wants to see some of these moves.
Oh yeah.
And my athleisure wear.
Yeah,
guys, I wore these pants to Bonus Stage Ultimate. They're pretty great.
We haven't seen anybody else's pants today. You're like the algorithm is like totally. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh man, we're getting the live treatment. This is so sick, bro. Oh,
and it's just as quiet in here as when I filmed it.
Just picking up all like the weird, awkward breathing sounds and like.
I'm telling you, man, that stuff is pretty great. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have that found footage, the raw footage of you doing all of those moves. Like that's a gem right there. You got to get some good mileage out of that.
Hey, I've embarrassed my spouse at a lot of weddings to earn that video getting filmed.
Everyone's quoting me now. Wow, we haven't seen anyone else's pants today. Bonus Stage Van 2022. Numa Joe. What year do you think it is? Oh my god. Yes, there's Alan with the quote bot. Thank you. That's going to be added to the pile. Yeah, dude.
This is not going to look good in court. I don't know how they do things up north, but we take this stuff very seriously down here.
Dude, like, okay, so that track came out of what? Like, what is the genesis for this? I don't even know
anymore. It was like, I did that one for the Dwelling of Duels free month, and I didn't do it initially for like Dwelling of Duels. I was in the same month already working on it because it's another earworm, and one that I saw there's a bunch of covers, but I'm like, I just want to do something goofy with it, and I was like, it'll either work or it won't. So I sat on it for most of that month, and we keep adding to it, and I think I got all the guitar tracking done, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe this shit's a little too silly, and then I'd come back to it, and then I put it on that month, and I think they had like 72 entries or something. There was a lot of songs that month.
Was that like a January one or a mid-year one?
It might have been February.
Right.
Or no, maybe mid-year. I don't know. It was, dude, time doesn't make any sense to me anymore.
No, for sure.
It was like, I think it was like 8 months ago or something. But I did it. It was cool. It was fun. And then I started making the video. I had the whole video was made. And then I went online and I was like, it'd be really cool if I did the guitar parts in a Link costume. So I bought the costume and I was like, I'll just do it for the guitars. And then I was like, it'd be really cool if I did my really terrible version of voguing.
Your dad dance, yeah.
That no one needs to see. And I filmed it. And I remember looking back at the footage just going, fuck, this better look really good in post. Because it's just...
Well,
and then I put it in and, I chroma keyed everything out and I showed Trisha, and a couple of agreeing head nods and sideways glances later, here we are. And I didn't expect it to go as well as it did. And I'm riding that horse as long as I can.
Well,
I gotta say, to the horse bank.
You looked at least, or how do I phrase this? You looked equal to or less than as good as the dancers in that Nintendo commercial.
I'm telling you, come out to any nightclub in San Francisco, the DNA Lounge, the Cat Club. You'll see. I got these dances on tap. Jay and Nick know all about this. So honestly, this isn't like something exclusive to Zelda. This is just, me vibing. My air quotes, me vibing. What a weird effect.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the Ian Cowell experience.
This is a very, very natural experience here, and we just we took it to the next level, took it out on the town, and I'm glad that it's bringing joy to people everywhere.
I mean, I'll say like I feel like especially some of the stuff you put on social media that's very bite sized. It feels like it would have done pretty well and gone a little pretty viral. God, where are my words right now? They're just leaving.
You never know, man. I mean, it's there's still time. We're about to hit the big 4,000 in views. I've never had shit get to 4,000 views on a YouTube. So I mean, it's not like dude getting hit in the nuts 2007 era YouTube quality of viral, but we're
you can fix that in post. Yeah.
I don't know what's popular. I spend all my time on YouTube watching like guitar videos and VGM shit.
Oh, I definitely
and Tim Rogers.
Oh my god. Oh, all right. Well, that was certainly a peak. Coming up next, this is an interesting conversation piece that I'm sure we'll dig into a little bit more after listening to it. But this is, of course, another one of your awesome DOD entries. This is Caca Bra from Pilot Wing 64. This is like the free mode when you're just like flying. There's like no pressure at all, right? You just free.
There's absolutely no pressure, and I think that's why people love this track, because so many of us suck at Pilot Wings. So at least there's no judgment and some really nice George Benson grooves. Or as Dan puts it, he says he was going for Barry White on this. But it's all there. He's got the DNA in it.
Oh man, yeah. Well, now I just want to hear Barry White over it.
When he described that, it's now I'm hearing it. I didn't at first, but we'll get to that afterwards, because right now we gotta fly our way to the next track. Let's listen to Caca Bra.
All right,
Welcome
Ben, we're
back.
back, and we are joined yet once again by Gene Draband of great friendship fame and pixelated
around.
audio
That's
and a lot of cool other stuff. GFF. GFF. GFF.
GFF. Nutbread's in the chat for
Nutbread's
Gene.
in the chat for Gene. Give him
Wait,
wings.
Gene-
My hands aren't it yet.
Draband gives you
Gene's
wings.
obviously here, you know, one for being a fucking cool ass dude, two for being a fucking rad ass dude, and what are we announcing, Gene?
So I just want to say Ian's track here single-handedly got Dan Hess out of seclusion in the West Wing, for my Lebowski fans out there. He actually came out and started to do some interviews with folks because he's also like, people are still listening to my music, and Ian put this out. I don't know. Tell the story of how you guys got connected on the Night Ride show first.
He's Uncle Dan now. This guy is so fucking cool. I just want to say, like, you know, every composer I like fawn over, I think is cool, but Dan is definitely like, he's got cool uncle vibes. If he doesn't have nieces and nephews, it's a tragedy to the world. He's got kids. No one cares about that. No, he always goes, if you go on YouTube, any Pilot Wings cover, Dan is usually in there like, hey, this is really cool. Thanks for doing this. I love this arrangement. Super positive guy. And I had jokingly not jokingly, of course I fucking wanted to see it, but I had put, you know, someone get Dan Hess in here quick. And someone, I think their name was Senor Gato, was coming in and going, you know, I love this track. Dude's super nice, would always talk about like, oh, it's another month, you know, coming in to say I love this arrangement. And then Dan Hess shows up in the comments because he's like, oh yeah, he brought me in here. So somehow he got it to his attention. And then my friend Karen, who works at Night Ride FM, and she's in Seattle, also likes VGM and mostly plays synthwave tracks, but started playing Cacabra in the middle of these like really heavy, like 4 on the floor, like dark synth and synthwave tracks. It would just come into these mixes. And I was like, that's really cool. And so then I didn't get notifications. I look and there's like 21 comments between her and Dan and this other dude going back and forth about the arrangement. And then it's like, you know, what's your email? I got him to want to do an interview. And we set up a time and chatted, and would answer like any question. Nicest dude, super funny. And, you know, I'm sitting there on the line with him, on the line, on the interview.
I got Dan Hess on the line, yeah.
He's on the line on Zencaster. And, you know, of course, telling him, you ever want to jam? Ha, 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 ha. And he's like, yeah, we'll give you my email. And then I did the whole, you know, oh, we're not worthy, but Gene has this show, Pixelated Audio, if you want to be on it. He's like, yeah, sounds great. Let's do your friend's show, and we should also collab on something.
That was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Was it Thursday? Yeah.
Within like 3 days, we were having an interview again with him, and just a cool dude.
Ian and Dan Hess are going to be on our show talking about the music of Pilot Wings. Just he is like one of the most natural guests we've had on our show in a long time. He just came on, and it was like talking to somebody I'd known for years. I don't even know. He said he was a cool uncle. I got it immediately. It's going to turn out great. That'll be coming out around the 20th. So I'm super excited about that. We've wanted Dan on the show forever, and Ian's a great friend of ours. We end the show with Cacabra, actually. That's the one that takes out the show. And he's a big fan. Like you were saying, Dan is so like, he loves all of the people that still love his music. You know, he's just a great dude.
He's the first musician to ever say, I'll see you at NAMM. I'm like, I'm not even going. That's awesome. That he just like assumes I'm going to I got to figure out a way now. It's like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. No, but he's super cool. Like, he didn't know what MagFest was. He's like, I keep getting invited to go do this big thing in like DC. MagFest?
I'm trying to get him on Josh's show.
Yeah, it's like,
I think, yeah, we need to make it happen. He can actually, he's like an awesome live performer. He was jamming on our episode just because.
Yeah, he'll be like, people play the first chord of Birdman wrong, and he just turns over and starts playing his Kurzweil.
I mean, if you'd be down, I'd be down. Yeah, let's get him on here. I agree. He's
got a Patreon too. He's trying to re-record the Pilot Wings album if he gets enough people, but he's working on a technical project. He still does a lot of different stuff, and he's also like tours and does dueling piano shows. So he's still very actively a musician. It's like making one of the fucking greatest game soundtracks of all time was just one part of his life and the many things he's done. And is so cool about it. And yeah, if we can bring that dude like going up to Rambo's cabin, like we need you back, Dan. People need to hear you play the Rhodes.
He'll be like, just a little bit, and then he just like jams for like 45 minutes. You know,
goes off.
It's a Tuesday.
And if I haven't said it already, this is legit probably my favorite song on the album. I go back and listen to it pretty much whenever I'm like, I want to go and listen to it right now, and I just turn it on. It's the best. It's so fucking good.
I go and listen to it whenever I want to listen to it. Wow, that's way to say a lot.
I mean, I own the album now, so I can listen to it whenever I want. I was gifted with a pre-release version of it, so I was able to listen to it a little bit earlier. But actually, this one was a single that you had before the album, right? It was out a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, this is one of the ones leading up to it, and yeah, it was another DoD track. My first bronze. My second one was also with some people who are on the last track on this record. You already saw one of them. The other one can't make it tonight, unfortunately. Show the picture of Eric real quick. Oh, we don't have it on the screen.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding. I don't have an asset for Eric. We know what he looks like. He's got those fucking jean shorts. They're sick.
I was just looking at my archive for the fucking athletic aesthetic. No, hold on. You said the words. Now I have to come through. Holy crap.
That was also an amazing album release party, by the way. I was there for the entire thing. It was amazing.
Little
hey,
flash
there
Eric.
he is, the man. Oh, of course, he's wearing jeans in that shot, too, making me look like a prick. But...
Looking adorable. Damn it. What an asshole. Yeah. Oh, man.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? I think continuing with our elemental theme here, we've been in the air, been to the sky. Why don't we take a deep dive with a not so deep cut at some monkeys, some marlins, and some sweet jams? Oh my! Let's listen to Aquatic Ambient here on Bonus Stage.
Okay.
You weren't even ready. I just made you do it.
No, I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Along the crowded coast of Southern California, life revolves around the ever-present sun and the ever-changing sea. But even those who can master the mighty Pacific surf have little sense of the other world that lies beyond the shining wave. Surface current flows south along this rugged coast, pulling water up from the depths just offshore. The forest of giant kelp which rides the undulating swell thrives on this upwelling of cold water rich in nutrients. Yet even those that escape the stingrays will not survive this night. Having poured every last bit of their strength into the next generation, the entire school dies. The midwinter dance is done. Only corpses remain for the sand to squabble over. collect and eat small stones, which they do. Perhaps they're for ballast, or to dislodge internal parasites. Or perhaps they simply enjoy the taste.
What an experience down there under the sea.
Yeah, well, that's a different song, but I liked that song
Whole other
that you
IP.
did. Yeah.
So I just want to say that arrangement goes out to all the people who love and have no qualms with the Division Bell and pretty much all Gilmore era 80s and 90s Pink Floyd, where it's all your heavy like Stephen Hawking samples talking about the universe while he's all just like getting his super strat bends in there, but it's still got, going. Does that sound? You guys get what I mean there? Your little sidechain bass. None of that in this track, but
Oh, well, I don't
gotta see a yee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alan's a yee for sure.
Alan gets it. He's got a yee on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that album on his phone.
As you should.
Naturally, very nice.
I think it's called "Talking Again" is the name of that track. But that I'm basically wanted to do, was Mr. Weiss wise? We say whatever we want to call him. Was he listening to the Division Bell? And I think probably was. He hasn't answered any of the letters I've sent him. Doesn't know how I got his address, but we'll find out.
Sick. Yeah, dude. No, I totally love your use of samples, and we were talking a little bit about that backstage as well. But just like the thing about fish liking the taste of the rocks, like, okay, what is that from? How did you lift that? That is such a unique and like you're gonna get some mileage out of a
I watched like 3 hours of underwater documentaries working on this record, and I just captured whatever I thought was like a cool line, or sometimes the audio from just complete documentaries while I'd watch it, and I just write on a notepad like 1 hour 7 minutes in. I like this part. So it's I don't know if anyone else in the chat likes Cornelius. From Japan, not from the Planet of the Apes, even though they named their project Cornelius because of Planet of the Apes, bringing it back the Chimpin' Ain't Easy there. But I'm a huge fan of his work, and just the album Phantasma is this whole album is trying to be the Chrono Trigger arrangement album of Brink of Time, also meeting Cornelius's Phantasma of just like the dumbest samples and shit from like documentaries and movies and public access, but also with, you know, pretty cool musicianship and arrangements. And so this is my my fever dream, as you put, my dad fever dream.
Oh God!
Let's get him up a line. Thanks, Alan.
Oh,
nice. He's making the connection.
Sweet.
Wow, guys, we're pretty much there. Everyone, you know, thanks for sticking around. We're coming up on the last. This is gonna be the last track here.
Oh my God, it's always hard to say goodbye, but you know what is the best way to end something is with a great celebration and a dessert of some kind. I like pies. I like Nanaimo bars, and I like ice cream. But you had something more specific in mind for dessert tonight, didn't you, Ian?
You know, being someone from a band called Birthday, I gotta say, I'm a sucker for a good cake. So I say, let's bake a cake, and let's listen to Let's Bake a Cake tonight here on Bonus Stage.
I love it. Okay, we got to spin.
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake for Mario.
Yeah, party's
That's a good
over.
one. Oh man.
Hey, Liar Exaggerate,
Oh,
thanks for
wow.
the raid of 11, but yeah, you just caught like the very end of Ian Cowell's album, Exceptional
But I'm
Goblins?
happy to have you here.
Yes.
My exceptional cauldron.
Exception all goblins.
Albans.
Albans?
Man, again, we gotta give a big thanks to Joe for laying it down on the SNL outro.
Yeah.
That is that song. Like, he told me that too when he's recording his takes. He's like, this is SNL outro territory, and I would have it no other way. He and Eric took it from being a cool track to a capital C cool track.
Yeah. Yeah, I never grew up
Yeah,
on
and I got-
SNL, and it just felt like, I don't know, like any of those other like 90s shows like Family Matters or Full House or something like that. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're just recapping the best moments and just like feeling good about ourselves. We learned our lesson, and we're going to look forward to the next episode. Sorry, Joe.
Exactly,
I totally
like
cut you
Full
off.
House, kind of. Yeah.
Damn, we gotta cover the Full House theme now.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here live on bonus stage.
Oh my god.
That classic video game Full House. Is there a Full House? There might be.
There might be.
Stranger things have happened.
I mean, there's a Home Improvements video game, so there's got to be other 90s. No, not the Doom reskin. No, like a
Tim Grunt's in the chat. Cross that off my bucket list I got over here. Tim Grunt on bonus stage.
We're just let's just end the whole show with just a bunch of just like inflect differently and carry on the rest of the conversation
and drop in the green screen links.
Sorry, Joe,
man.
you wanted to say something, and I cut you off with a joke, and we never got back to you. But
Oh yeah, 'cause that tune had the Barry sax in it because we were talking about that during the break. That I got a Barry sax just for that tune.
Like you bought a Barry sax just for that tune?
Yeah,
or?
I did buy a Barry sax. No, because I used to play in high school. Barry sax was my primary instrument. Like that was like I was this tiny little 125-pound kid carrying around a Barry sax that was like as big as I was, and I never owned it because it was like the school's Barry sax, and so when I graduated, that was my end of my Barry sax days. And then years later, I saved up some money, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy one, and I did it for a couple Dwelling of Duelist tracks, and then I was just like, no, I'm gonna buy this. And then I got to play it on Ian's album. That's the end of my story.
That's a great story. I love that. That's endearing.
Yeah, it's a sick story. We're all the better for it.
I have a friend who stole her Barry sax from school.
Stole her Barry sax from school. That's a baller move.
Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
Nice.
Well,
was it a private school?
Did you just implicate them in a crime?
Yeah. Drop names in chat.
There's some Principal Skinner out there somewhere. I knew it would happen sooner or later. Their room full of monitors.
Oh, see, I went to a public school too. Yeah, it's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. They don't really have the means to retrieve it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's like if that's the worst thing that gets stolen from our school, just the band instruments.
And the charity fundraiser chocolate bars. Speaking of charity fundraiser chocolate bars, Eric did a great job on the drums too on this track.
Oh, great tie-in.
Couldn't be here, but Eric WK, Eric Beckman, the good doctor, Dr. Eric.
Yeah.
Kirby's Dream Band man, everybody's guy, Myron's drummer, Buns of Death.
The man with the athletic aesthetic.
He's got the whole thing down. The Jort Jostler.
Jort Jostler. Oh, immediate mental image, but you know what? Of Eric, I'll let it fly. That's fine.
Eric Charity.
The next time you see, the next time you see him, you gotta just that really jostled my jorts.
Oh fuck! Let's go. That's happening.
Yeah.
Bring it to Mag for me, man.
In the chat, really jostled my drawer. It's bonus stage, man.
No, that track was a lot of fun, and that's another one we wanted to arrange for a super long time. And I had already done 100cc Sunset, the Mario Kart 64 one, and then someone on YouTube, I believe it was, they have their own channel you should follow, Captain Shred, said you should do the Mario 64 ending, and it was one of those little side-eye winky emojis of like, I wonder if that's already happening. Surprise, it was already arranged. And then you lads came and took it to the next stage, the bonus stage, if you will.
Well, no, at the end of Mario 64, you've completed all of the bonus stages that you are going to have. Yeah.
If you want to be technical about this, quite.
I don't know.
Josh is a completionist. He has to get all the stars, finish all the bonus stages before he can finish the game.
What? Yeah.
Only then will you master the true bonus stage that is your life when you've mastered all other bonus stages.
And then I'll just like disappear into fairy dust or something. Yeah.
When you have to search for yourself and they're all like, Josh, no, in that like final temple together. Like, sorry, but I have to leave you now.
My job
I
here
have to go
is
back
finished.
to my home planet. Poochie's dead. Simpsons reference, bringing it full circle.
Josh, I actually did get that reference. I didn't at first, and then I came back to it.
I was not raised on The Simpsons, unfortunately, so most of those references.
There's time. You got time. What are you, like 25, 26? You got best years ahead of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 26, 27, the best years.
We can go in order 28, 29, sequential, you know?
Yeah, we can go all the way to 36.
Drop some 30s, 31s in the chat.
Oh my god. Where do we take this?
How do you end this? I know. It's here's what I want to know. In the chat from people, what do you want to see next? Because I have some ideas and I can go off the rails, but this is the first time I want to crowdsource, not crowdfund. I'm not doing that. Crowdsource your opinions on what you want to see.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind that Ian Cowell is extremely creamy on the guitar and can just like make anything sound really thick and juicy. And he's got Joe Newman at the ready who can just like add that flair on top, just like cream on top of cream. And if you get Eric WK underneath or any of the birthday members, like it's just a cream party.
It's cream of the crop.
Yeah. More VHS, yes. More Sony
VHS,
Triniton.
more dancing. I think we've got to pick another Zelda tune to do. I'm thinking like a Link's Awakening.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I would.
Like Ballad of the Windfish. That'd be so good.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this on this hard drive. There are some Link's Awakening things. There's a lot of things that haven't seen the light of day, and Link's Awakening is definitely. There's some cuts in there. Backup dancers, yes, releasing on cassette. We're working on that. Once we get those monies together,
we got to get.
I was joking
the raw
with Ian
stream.
that the next time that he dresses up as Link, I'll just be Princess Zelda in the background doing the same move.
Please, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Seriously, like. I always mispronounce your Twitch name or your online name, but Chris here, lyrics.
I pronounce it liar, exaggerate. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed it. Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. This dude's really cool. He has an amazing channel. He's a badass bass player. He's been in some really cool VGM bands, and he has a band called Gimmick, and Gimmick is one of the best soundtracks of all time. So make sure to check him out. I'm going to plug the rest of the community.
And I've been trying to get them on bonus stage, liar, exaggerate. Freaking at me already, bro. When are you guys going to be ready? Seriously.
And your amazing funk band that also has some great tunes.
Yeah. All right. We're just going to plug everybody else in chat. That's how we're going to cap this thing off.
Yeah. I want to see the freshmen on bonus stage at some point. They need to get it together. Robbie V of the Shiz, his project is some of the best. That's also huge. I got to say, this album was. I mean, it's in the zeitgeist right now because everyone's watching Get Back and Peter Jackson's editing of fucking Beatles footage. But you know, the whole back and forth between the Beach Boys and the Beatles of, you know, oh, you did this album, so we did Sgt. Pepper, so you did Pet Sounds, or whatever order, you know, dorks, inspiring dorks. But if it wasn't for Freshmen 2, Too Fresh, this album would not be as fresh as it is, because that is the fucking VGM album of the last probably 5 years, is Freshmen 2, Too Fresh. Go to will-smith.bandcamp.com and check it out. But it's there's a lot of people that in this community who are on that record, and it's some of the best use of just like samples of deep cuts of playing across the board. So that's another one. Birthday and Runaway 4 split. That would be a shit. Sorry, cussing.
You can cuss. All the children are asleep, right? Right, Joe?
Oh, dude, they're above me right now. What if they were like suspended in their beds?
They fucking better be.
They fucking better be. There's a pair.
I'm not
Cheers to
around.
That.
Good. I'm glad
like,
that your cat's asleep.
Oh, good. I don't want to hurt anybody's cats. Speaking of tunes being in the zeitgeist, I don't like. I have a YouTube channel that I never use, and it's ridiculous. Like I have an average of like 20 to 30 views of like my things, and then I like posted just a video of me doing the solo from Cowboy Bebop's Tank like in 2019, and then like with the Cowboy Bebop reboot, like it just got picked up on the algorithm and it has 13,000 views, and
Holy
it's just
shit.
like it was just literally, it was just like 20 views, 13, like it was just like, oh wow, YouTube algorithm is crazy, dude. It's just like whatever is the local meme.
Yeah. It's, and also like the 20-year cycles of everything coming around. And it's funny, like Birthday, we were like, how come people care about this retro music? We didn't know like Stranger Things was going to have an influence. It just happened that 2016 we started working on this music, and then everyone realized they really like arpeggiation. I mean, who doesn't? But it was just the right time, and this is like definitely the year of people remembering the N64, the Dreamcast, and people who are now of drinking age who probably weren't alive yet when I was playing these games for like 5 years already.
Yeah, no shit, eh? Oh fuck.
But yes, check out everyone who's contributed to this record, and Josh as well. Obviously, you all know Josh. Keep checking out Runaway 4. Keep supporting Bonus Stage. Keep supporting Joe Newman, Delicious Nick, Eric WK, Ronan Op F, Emily Rie, Donnie Dixon. These people helped me really make this record. It was a lot of fun. It would have been fun, but it wouldn't be where it is without the support of all of them, of Gene, there's a whole, thank you section in the album, and I'm going to keep adding to it as I remember. But there are so many people who have really made this as special as it is, and the love has been felt since before I even announced it. This is all unprecedented for me. I'm silly and goofy all the time because I'm anxious and I don't know how to be, like this right now, looking directly at the camera and saying my feelings. But it's overwhelming to have this response to this album and everything I've been doing. And I really appreciate every single one of you who is here in the stream, who streams my music, comes to my shows, buys my stuff, watches me dance in my garage. You all are family to me. You're all the Exceptional Goblins. You made this record what it is. And I'm happy that it's done. I could take a little, take a break, which is funny. Like, I'll be like, ooh, what's going on in Dueling and Duels for next month? But, this has been a really special time, and 2020 sucked for a lot of people. 2020, I mean, things are still not great, but getting to do this has been a pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy to do it with all of you.
Yeah, thank you, Ian, man. Like, I'm personally really happy just to see, I mean, we've been watching you put out all these cool singles and stuff like that, and watching you kind of like take off in your own idiom, and like, I'm really happy to see like a seminal release come out of it, like to have like something like a body of work just kind of tied up in a ribbon and pushed out. You know, it's really cool to see, and I'm really happy that you're doing it. And honestly, it's really awesome. I'm going to be listening to this on repeat for a while still. It's really good.
Thank you. No, thank you guys, and this. Thanks again for hosting this. And there's no other place I'd like to do this. Like, I love doing in-person shows, and like, you know, it's been years since we've done any type of like record release. But this has the same amount of good feelings I would have felt from doing something like that, just being in my house and still connected to everybody. So thanks again.
Yeah, wearing pants, the only pants that we have seen today.
Check this shit out. You want? Check out these sick shoes. These are Trish's, but they're so goddamn comfortable.
Oh, nice.
Oh, come on, get on the camera.
That's you
the
jostle my
point
George
is-
here.
Yeah.
They're like
They're too
turquoise.
cozy.
They're comfortable.
They're too cozy for Discord to be like, yeah, we're gonna show that, sure.
Do a release at Rasputin. Oh man, Ian, I would love to do that. This record was. Did you ever listen to KVHS, which is like the Diablo Valley, like high school radio station? It's a station that's been around for like generations, and randomly they used "Image of a Hero" as a bump to promote their like local music showcase thing, and it was just kind of like that was definitely a height of like, oh shit, you spend years in like local bar scenes playing with these kind of groups, and it's like a VGM release randomly ends up on the high school radio station. But so yeah, you've all contributed to an amazing lead up to this release and first like official feeling thing, and all the good magical vibes. I'll be riding this tomorrow as I'm making my kids breakfast, of which I don't know what it's going to be. So put your breakfast suggestions in the chat. Let's go.
Nice.
Nut bread in the chat one last time before we close out shop.
Well, watching the stock footage on your last video really got me hankering for a little bit of dessert. So I think I am also going to go and wrangle up some tasty sweets with my partner before the night is through. But thank you, Ian, so much.
I will be eating small stones.
Small stones because you like the
make
taste.
ballast.
I don't mind the taste. Oh man,
Good fiber.
Pure fiber, you might say.
Yeah.
No digestive
Anyway.
value otherwise. But yeah, thanks so much, Ian, for asking to be on bonus stage. It's been really fun to host this party. Thank you, Joe, and to all of the other guests that we've had on the show tonight. Thank you. Please, everybody, if you haven't already, go over to Bandcamp, go and buy Exceptional Goblins. You will have an exceptional time with your $5 USD purchasing that album. It's a great time, and continue to follow Ian and friends for more. I'm going to sign off. Do you guys have anything else to say?
I got something to say. If you're going to MagFest, be safe.
Yes.
Wear a mask. You know, don't go smooching on people unless you already know them. Okay, and they're okay with it. There's going to be an announcement from me soon. I cannot say anything yet, but there's going to be some other convention announcements happening and shows coming up in 2022. So I got some really cool shit to talk about that I can't yet. And if you know me personally, it's hard for me to fucking shut up. So this has been a really hard year of keeping musical secrets. But more coming very soon.
Definitely. Make sure you're following them on social for that. And yeah, with that and nothing more, we're going to say thank you, everybody, for being here. It's been a wonderful time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night. We're going to do the turnaround thing, guys. All right, let's go.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, no, I'm tapped on the cable.